Nope, that's, the lowest end would be only doing 4 damage with a horrible luck roll. Well, you can see that's quite a bit of damage in your turn. Tank, infantry, infantry. Finish off that infantry there, and strikes this infantry. And there as well. Tank, infantry. So more Eagle tanks. No battlecopter just yet. Kindle probably should be eyeing ATR relatively soon. Probably this turn would be a good idea. Fighting against the Eagle, the chance of a battlecopter is very likely, but there is one there. In fact, she has pretty good vision spotting of it, so I'm sort of surprised she didn't kill with my ATR last turn. Goes for her own battlecopter, which Eagle, of course, does scout that out with recon. You have to use either a mech or an artillery piece to displace that recon there. Mech is probably the best way to go, since you can just simply get onto the mountain itself and fire into the forest that is currently possibly hidden there. Eagle does put his battlecopter next to his recon. Looks like he's going to try to finish off with the battlecopter. We'll do half damage there. And Kindle will get her comm tower captured up this turn. Remember to do capture first. Does, before any fights. Get some good damage there. Battlecopter, ATR, infantry. Recon effectively gets knocked out, does get machine gun, that other recon gets knocked out as well. And Kindle's comm tower has been spotted, does get trapped in this tank there, allowing Eagle to get a first strike there. However, we've got multiple tanks here, and there as well. Probably just has vision of this tank there. After all, tanks do have a vision ring of 3. Yep, does spot the tank there. So should be able to tap both these tanks once. And of course, we've got this tank up here who can get on top of this property and retaliate for bonus damage as well. Feels like Kindle's in pretty good positions in this matchup, especially this turn. I'm expecting her to get a lot of good work done this turn. She could go from Urban Blight to get even more boosted damage, but I don't think it's particularly necessary at this moment. I can see her getting... does pop an Urban Blight. And now this tank should be able to one-shot that tank there. It has to roll a horrible luck roll, not to get the one-shot. There's also nearby infantry to finish it off. Get some good hits there. Great gains there. Urban Blight wasn't really necessary other than knocking out this tank guaranteed. And of course, a bit of attrition damage there. And in fact, we do see this Urban Blight did interrupt this comm tower and did strike this tank there among the other freshly built units. And it looks like also interrupt this capture here as well. Tank, infantry, recon. We won't see a lightning strike this turn. I doubt we're going to see a lightning drive ever. Tank, infantry, recon. She does manage to get down to 2 health there, guaranteing he won't capture this next turn. And probably fully interrupted. Got a lot of supporting infantry nearby. 1 ATR to stop. And too far away from joining capture as well, so that capture will be fully stopped next turn. Infantry, ATR, and battlecopter. Right now, Eagle starts turn 78,000. Kindle ends turn 113, so she has an advantage about a day. Repairs that battlecopter there, but It's in range of its anti-air. Which, according to this, Eagle has full vision of the anti-air. That was probably not a good idea. Yeah, probably should place a battlecopter in the middle of the sea tiles, because that is a free pick for Kindle. That was a big oversight there. Of course, Kindle does not have vision of that exact spot there. I wonder if she will spot it, because that's a free battlecopter there. Doesn't spot it there, and nope, she did not spot it, so Eagle got very lucky there that she didn't move her infantry, well, to right here. Still has not spotted the battlecopter. Stealth. Ooh. Did not move that infantry whatsoever, so Eagle got lucky there. Could possibly see a lightning strike. I don't know if you can get enough energy power charge this turn for a lightning strike, because that is still 16,000 away, which is quite a bit, or 17 to 18. Kindle now has that stealth there. It's going to cause severe issues. Battlecopter gets a good strike on the battlecopter. She's got to be careful for a lightning strike this next turn. Chance of lightning strike of Eagle trying to go for lightning strike this turn is highly likely. Does camouflage the stealth. Tank, recon, APC to resupply the stealth. Did he just load up an infantry unit inside the black boat? I think there's an infantry loaded in the black boat. And not dropped off. Pipe Seam has 37 HP left. Battlecopter has 2 ammunition. So no lightning strike, just overall repositioning units. Eagle ends turn of 117. Kindle starts turn of 153. So she has a pretty sizable lead at the moment. Gets around into the black boat. Black boat does another shot there. Stealth pushing his way forward. Tank, infantry. Maybe battlecopter? Nothing. She saves 15,000, so she's maybe eyeing for something big next turn. Lightning strike is now available. Will be trying to go for it. Does not have too much spotting right now. Does get trapped there. Looks like he's not going for lightning strike. Just trying to get units forward. And Pipe Seam's now down 20 health. Thought he would have busted down by now. There's a recon there. Stealth. Pushes way forward. So no fight in the field. And he does not have enough income each turn to get out a fighter. So that stealth is going to have a lot of free reign. Goes for another stealth. So Kindle's going for a large number of stealths. How nasty. We may or may not see a lightning strike course this turn. Recon spots relatively nothing. It's a good strike there. I think it's going for the lightning strike. Does spot the stealth right there. Of course, High Society is available. Here comes a lightning strike. Here comes a double turn. Does go for anti-air recon base skip. Paul can go for infantry. Strikes the battle copter with his wounded anti-air. Battle copter Creeper 4 do have an anti-air in this region. And this infantry unit does spot this battle copter and does spot the capture squad there. Should go pop Urban Blight to interrupt it, or just sack the 4 health infantry in there. Should be able to get 1 point of damage. We should go for High Society or a Urban Blight next turn. She does have more income at the moment. Right now she has 24 properties. Pops the Urban Blight. Right now she does have 135 on the field, which is quite nice. The lava's locked away in these stealths. Pull this infantry off the... No, can't get the stealth on top of the property there. So can't get the stealth on top of the property there. Get some damage there. It is getting pretty low on fuel. Rig or APC here. No fighter deployed by Eagle. And may not be able to go for one next turn. And having 2 stealths now on the field will warrant at least 1 fighter. Medium tank infantry. The APC does have to be a bit careful. Now there's 2 stealths in the field. Can't be throwing this APC away. It may be in range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get this resupplied starting next turn. And High Society could really help those stealths out. Allow her to punch through some surgical strikes. Strikes the tank there and there. A lot of targets on top of that next to that city for a bit of a push off. But does need to make an opening here to get the ATC to the stealth. It will start one from 17 fuel down to 9 fuel. So it's consuming 8 fuel per turn. It can't move 1 tile before it crashes out of fuel. So if it were to stay right there and fire away, it will have 1 fuel remaining. How bold do you want to go for? The 7 health tank is also a decent target if she does want to go for that path. Self capture interrupts this, hits this unit on top of the comm tower. Capture is down to 5. Takes that unit there, does get resupplied. There's that infantry unit there. Another Urban Blight could be popped to hit this guy on top of the property. And Eagle has an upload fighter. Kindle, of course, can counter the fighter with a High Society stealth. I wonder... she won't one-shot a Eagle fighter with High Society. Thought it would. Maybe he's on top of a property. Because if it gets on top of a property... Yeah, if it's a boost strike from a city, then it would. Kindle's turn has 21,000 in her bank. Takes the recon, not the anti-air. It's that anti-air for good damage. Tank. Infantry. Kindle right now has 171,000 on the field. Eagle starts with 106. And Eagle had spent a lot of money on repairs this turn. 20,000 income with 13,000 bank starting out. Kindle does have still 12,000 in the bank. So she may be eyeing for another expensive asset. Of course, Kindle has to be aware that his opponent may be going for a fighter relatively soon. You can predict how far a fighter moves, because after all, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, excuse me, 7, 8. So notice this, the fighter could be along this diagonal. So keep away 8 tiles, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So stay away from this diagonal, and she should be fine. Of course, she can't really engage something out of that diagonal. Resupplies the APC there. Infantry unit does get interrupted there, trying to flip that property. Pops the Urban Blight, which will strike, of course, some tanks and the, well, it looks like triple tank in this recon. Doing quite a bit of attrition damage to turn things to it. A lot of blight upon these lands, and we've got the Black Boat next to the stealth there to get resupplied. Fighter is in range of stealth. Of course, this needs to identify, which can be a little bit difficult. Eagle Paw should move the stealth of the fighter last in case he does spot the stealth. I guess if you want to try hunting for stealths and submarines, you should move the counter unit last in case you may run into it and spot it. Does pull back the fighter down there, which was a nose of stealth over here. I wonder if Eagle thinks it's the same stealth. Did he actually identify that there's actually 2 stealths, or just the 1? Which could be the case. The stealth could attack a target up here. Of course, I don't think Kindle's actually seen the fighter just yet. She does have to, of course, be cautious with the stealths. And Kindle has a mega tank last turn. And stealths in the corners, separate corners of the map, so it should be difficult for Eagle to respond to both of them. So it's a good thing that she's splitting them up. And here, infantry. Strikes the anti-air, and that infantry unit there. Strikes another infantry unit there, knocks it out, trying to flip a property. 22,000 versus 22,000 income. Kindle's been maintaining a nice lead this game. Tank, tank, tank. APC, is that still alive? I wasn't paying attention too much. Yeah, the APC is still alive, way up here. Stealth's on 16 fuel, so we'll drain, of course, another 8 fuel next turn. We'll have 8 fuel remaining, so it does need to be resupplied next turn. APC can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the stealth has to pull back next turn and get refueled. And Eagle has resigned this turn. It's Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.